So also what Yanis was saying, that we get reports, but the reports are too thin. It's like, here was the triggering question. We need to know, how was this triggering question arranged? Kevin and I were speaking the other day and saying we need the audit trail, it's called in qualitative inquiry. How did the particular team that was established liaise with different people in the community to define, redefine, rework a triggering question so that it would be meaningful, so that it would create imaginative opportunities for people to think around? These are what is interesting when it comes to doing research. So I think if we're making any template for writing up reports, we have to have the so-called discovery phase far better recorded, with a good audit trail of how that triggering question became arranged, how did stakeholders become chosen so that the requisite variety would be there, so that you would get people who were sufficiently representative as well as sufficiently able to think through the issues. How were those stakeholders chosen? All this needs to become part of the reporting. And as I say, then you can also have your maps and how people generated narratives out of the maps, how those narratives were meaningful to the specific people, and also the follow-ups. So I'm just suggesting that if we're doing case studies, they can't be so thin. They have to include a lot of information that will help another audience to say, okay, this is how SCD processes work through the whole process. And then we can engage with each other around what other people did, how they chose the stakeholders, how they organized a triggering question, why it was a good way or why other things could have happened. And through that dialogue, then we will learn as well as our audiences. But I think the main point I want to make is that in order to keep energy alive in the community, that we need to start getting participant and stakeholder feedback in a far more deliberative fashion.